Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for back here for today, this wonderful, glorious Thursday for the multiplayer podcast. Let me refresh my page again because for some reason it didn't start. There it goes. Pause it now. So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Be so kind to hit the like button. I promise you today a lot of L's will be handed out. But this I know, cause the Bible told me so. A lot of L's will be handed out today. That I promise, man. While people are still joining, my man D said he'd be about 15 minutes late. He's somewhere cutting up them cuticles and that rising chip. But I'm gonna move back to the
rising chip.
The rising chip. And before we get started, though, while the room is still filling up, the real masculine. What do you got going on with yourself? You know, what you making new videos? What? Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm making new videos every day. Monday through Friday, I got a new video every day. I had one yesterday because my computer decided they wanted to kill my entire hard drive, so I had to reformat that. But we back at it. We back at this grind like we always is.
Okay.
About to hand out these L's like I always do.
All right.
Get it popping.
K Mega 405. What you got going on with yourself, good brother?
Nothing, man. Just chilling. Just taking advantage of my little time off before I got to get back to work here pretty soon. And so, man, just chilling, man. Just chilling and gaming. That's it.
All right. So about my man Post Up with the close up. What do you got going on?
And not just chilling, man. Only takes a little to gain a lot, so I'm taking it day by day right now, getting money.
And day by day, I gotta use that one. It takes a little to gain a lot. That's what I'm talking about. My man, the most hated, my man from the UK, the MVP. What's going on, good brother? How you feeling today? What you got going on with yourself?
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of a traitor to the whole gaming community this week. I bought Marvel vs. Capcom. I got it, man. I know I shouldn't have, man. And I'm sorry for that, guys. But if you guys want to learn about Marvel vs. Capcom, check out my channel. I'm teaching shit, and I just hit 900 subs. So
for sure,
to everyone.
Congratulations.
Listen, man.
That game is pretty damn good, man. That game is pretty good. I got it too.
God is great. God is great. Would you came from like 24/7 to 900? God is great. God right now is working through this man, through him and all around us. Let's go.
So messy.
Congratulations, MVP.
Yeah, making himself known. My man P Reaper, what you got going on with yourself, good brother?
Oh man, I've had a wonderful week because I've had some trolls on Bang Bang that are too sensitive to handle their own selves. I've had 3 videos in the last 5 days, and you know, shout out to Phil Spencer because he is promoted, and I think we're all gonna die.
All right. Like I say, shout out to everyone in the chat. You'd be so kind to hit the like button while we're still pulling up. Death Man, Jam Flip, Purple Region, shout out to all you guys, man, in the chat. I don't know what hell Garrett said, but it is what it is. Since the show must go on. What do you guys want to tackle first? We got I got a few things that I hear that I took notes. Being professional this week. We got Phil Spencer with the promotion. We got Quantum Break 1440p on the Xbox One X. I got a few topics. What do you want to do, Phil? What? Hold on. What do you want to go? What you guys want to talk about? The Quantum Break, Phil? What? Phil?
We can knock out the Quantum Break right fast.
Okay, Quantum Break. So anyway, Digital Foundry gets their hands on it. It was believed to, I guess, to be maybe what was it, checkerboard 4K or whatever the cable, maybe native 4K. Or what did they even say 4K Digital Foundry, or where did that come from?
I think it's with Digital Foundry. I don't know.
Oh, okay, all right. But anyway, it looks like the game will be 1440p. They said it had some screen tearing, and it dropped down to I think at least 20 frames per second. The build that they got their hands on, but some of the PC elitists and the ponies are having a field day with this. Now, well, listen, I'm not claiming to be, which D was here, the PC guy, or Master PM on PC, but they said this game here was very, very demanding on PC. Also, too, it was only, if I'm not mistaken, one guy responsible for doing the enhanced version of this game. Let me know, what do you guys think? Is it being overblown, or the X is not that powerful? Is what we got going on here? Is it not have the Ryzen chip? We're talking. What is it?
Well, the one thing of it is that the game was already hard to render on the PC anyway. So that's why the game, when people put it out on their, you know, had it on high textures, things like that, it looked horrible. So it just seems that they kind of abandoned the game. And so when they just had this one person work on it, yeah, it's great that it's native, but you know, 1440p or whatever, but you know, 4K, but I mean, but still, I think it just only addressed to build up the graphical power of it and not so much the frame rate. I think they just wanted to get it out to show that it could be native, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Just one person working on it. You know, you would think you would need, you know, a little small team to get those enhancements going. So it is what it is.
Okay.
It just shows that nobody don't, you know what I'm saying, that they just kind of just push Quantum Break to the side a little bit, man, which is unfortunate because that's one of my favorite stories this generation.
I said that, but I get called a bot when I say stuff like that. I said that.
Great story. Very original.
You know that I like those one player story driven type games. It was cool. Who we got here? Post up, talk to me. I know you posted something in Bang Bang. What are your thoughts about it? And again, you guys were cutting up in Bang Bang about the article.
I mean, I think this being overblown. It has nothing to do with the hardware of the Xbox One X. This game even struggles on PC, especially when you max out the settings and you turn off reconstruction. It is brutal on the PC. And they even said this in Digital Foundry. This was a 720p game on the Xbox One. Microsoft stated this before, that games that ran at 720p will be hard for them to make the jump from 720p to 4K. That's, you know what I'm saying, even if you're trying to brute force it. So one person doing this, and he got it to 1440p with the optimization of one person. That's a feat within itself. But if you look at the benefits that the game has gotten, like it got temporal reconstruction, better texture filtering, the film grain that was getting on everybody's nerve has been disabled. It has a 1080p mode included with no reconstruction. It got some performance issues, but I think it's still some optimization there before the final build. But the game and the differences between the 720p version and the 1440p version, it looks amazing, even at 1440p. But for one gotta do this, and it only is dropping to 20. Yeah, hopefully they can get it to 1440 30 or somewhere in between there when they do with the optimization. But with one person doing this by himself, you know what I'm saying, you can't blame the hardware, and what he did by himself is a feat within itself.
I agree. And the one thing that I will also add to that is that the game looked fantastic even at 720p. So I mean, like, I mean, to take it to those levels with it, again, I said I wish they had a smaller team to build, you know, do a little bit more with whatever it is. But it's like Post Up said, that's a feat in itself. Yeah, and talking about a good quality game, and this game is, you know, I don't know when these enhancements are going to be available. Was it going to be day one when the X is out, or is it going to come in November? When
we're going to get a chance with the download system they've been talking about. I think at some point they're going to allow us to preload the updates for all the enhanced titles. That way, when the 7th come, we'll already have them. I saw an ad, not so much an ad, but a list of.
Hey, Paul, I just want to see one thing, Post. Right now, God is working through you, all around you. The information is flowing.
Well,
dude, the information is flowing from this brother.
This is the thing, though. Microsoft is doing exactly what they said they were going to do. They said that they were.
Like, who's this Roger Thompson sounding motherfucker? Who's this?
This is Masterland.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Apologize.
They said they were targeting 4 times resolution with every game. That's 4 times 1440p is 4 times 720. Like they're doing exactly what they said, even if it's just one dude working on it.
Good point.
They're doing what they promised. Like,
so Microsoft promised 4 times the resolution of
they said for all the older games they're targeting to upgrade everything to 4 times. So whatever it is right now, they're trying to upgrade it 4 times the pixel count.
What was just said?
So 720 to 1440 is 4 times.
That's exactly what they said they were going to do.
4K is 4 times. So
4K is 10 80p's times 4. I'm gonna ask you a question though. Mass. Where was this set at?
They said that probably about 3 months ago.
No, listen, don't come out and sound like
no, I'm saying they said about 3 months ago. They said in the article. I'll find the link. I have the link. But they said in the article that they were trying to target 4 times when it was first.
I got to put this nigga Michael. You didn't hop in with that non-profit work. Listen, I'm gonna give you a chance to redeem yourself. Don't come in with that cool shit.
Hey man, when Jerome got the bus pass.
Don't start with that.
They said they were gonna try to target 4 times whatever the resolution is on older games.
No, are you going on the record? Are you listening? Are you listening?
Do it or not? I can play this shit at 4K right now if I want to. I'm telling you what they said.
Hey, listen, you know what you got, 32 subscribers?
Here we go.
Are you willing to bet them whole 32 subscribers right now that Microsoft went on the record they promised 4 times resolution?
They did show a list of games. It was a list of 100 games, like The Witcher, that all these games was going to get these.
Hit the like button.
I didn't necessarily hear him say that, but I did hear him say they would give it the option to the developer.
Hey, listen, man.
No, I seen him say that. I seen the article.
Listen, all I got to say.
But there's definitely a list out there for games that's going to.
I understand the list, and Hitler had a list too. It's called the Schindler's List.
It was specific with 720.
I apologize. I've been drinking and driving, and right now the Lord is working on through me, within me. And Master, please forgive me, my Christian brother. I'm sorry. As you were saying.
Like I said,
I need to say something.
He said he read the same article.
I need to say something.
Targeting.
I need to say something.
They hit it is irrelevant to what they said they were targeting.
That's why they said 720p games wouldn't hit 4K.
I want to say something.
I did hear that.
Right.
We're
not going to get 4K with these 720p games. They're not, because the baseline is too low.
Yeah, they already said
with games like Quantum Break, because Quantum Break, like Digital Foundry said, breaks a lot of PCs because of how they set the game up.
Yeah, how it was made.
How it's made, like all the temporal,
the reconstruction,
checkerboarding, and all that stuff to get it up so it looks like it does.
Hey, nigga,
it's going to break a lot of PCs.
Hey, Max, hold on. You know, I got a third. What the hell is
weak PC is not gonna look.
What the hell is a temporal though? What the hell is a temporal? What are you talking about?
The way
reconstruction is a form of checkerboard.
Yeah, it's the way they set up the game so that, because like, remember when Quantum Break was coming out and everybody was giving it shit for being 720p, and they were like, it looks like 1080p because
of checkerboarding.
This exact.
Pretty much the same
doing it. That's just how
Pro is using to get their games to 4K.
More or less.
QB got clowned for checkerboarding though.
Yeah, I did. I remember that.
Way before the PS4 Pro was doing it.
Right. QB
got clowned for it.
They hated on Quantum Break. They didn't care about how the game played. They didn't care about none of that. They cared about the fact that it was 720p
in checkerboard. Yep.
Right.
You know what killed it more than anything? It was the fact. What's the fact it was 720p, but it was an Xbox exclusive, and that was one some damage. Well, it's a multi-plat, and developers are not going to use everything. That's what I was still out there hustling that DX12. It's just supposed to be a full DirectX 12 title and all that stuff. It got clowned a lot because again, this was an Xbox exclusive, and it still was 720p. So that was like the double backlash about it. It was
but the game still looked, great.
Well, if you seen them screenshots, screenshots look dope.
I can't wait to really get into it and check it out.
Man, but screenshots look dope. It's a real difference.
But the one thing that really damaged Quantum Break was the fact that that every game in that little era, that what was it, a year and a half, 2 years. It was more than one thing, but it was lack of advertising for one. Two was the delay. The delay kind of deflated the hype of the game.
Exactly.
And then three, which is probably the most important, was that they didn't extend that game. Normally, those games would have some kind of DLC or something with it. But
if I could add to that, K Mega, like they should have put some kind of multiplayer in Quantum Break, man. That would have been dope.
Yeah, but see, this would have been, but see, would have been another setback, not setback for Microsoft, but this would have been one of those things that the haters of Microsoft would go back and say, why every game got to be multiplayer? Why y'all can't accept single player experiences? This was a single player experience. The thing of this game needed to have was DLC to extend it and to give it an opportunity for people that kind of shunned it away because everybody else was talking bad about it, to give it more life. And
a lot of Xbox fans didn't go out and buy the game either, too. So
well, that's what I'm saying. People just kind of stayed away from it because of the lack of advertising and the lack of the hype factor from that delay. You know what I'm saying? You can have a delay all you want to, but you got to hype the shit up.
You know what? No,
people back invested.
I agree with you to a certain extent, K-Maker. The marketing, I think, was horrible. Maybe a theme console, and again, too, not saying a lot of people, because a lot of people didn't buy it on PC or whatever the case. There were a few people that was looking to buy the game because it did look interesting, but the fact, Microsoft last minute is going to be on both platforms, PC and Xbox. But again, even though they could have added, like Uncharted, right? Uncharted is really known for the single player, right? More or less first. If they could have did like an Uncharted style, like multiplayer.
No.
Exactly. That time stuff would have been cold in multiplayer, man. That would have been dope.
For Quantum Break 2, because the game did sell over 1 million. I mean, if you're going to give hype for
it sold 1.3 million. It sold 1.3 million. That is not a flop.
It's not. Persona's not a flop for 1.2 million. Then but the thing of it is that
it's a flop because of how much money they spent.
Exactly. They spent a lot of money on that game. Yeah,
that's a flop, bro.
Yeah, so it's one of those things to where you could bring the multiplayer in the second game if that game would come back. I would hope that they would just say fuck it and just sign the check again and just do it. I doubt it very much, but it's just that damn it, no, just give me some DLC, extend that story a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would say give us some DLC.
Oh my man, D, what's up, D baby?
Sorry, man, I'm in a condo meeting downstairs. So I'm double.
Okay, no problem. I was just talking much like a dog. Jesus, forgive me.
But I Quantum Break, first of all, I thought that game was fantastic. It deserved a lot more credit than what it got. First of all, the media massacred that game because it was at 720p or constructed up. However, it still looked fantastic. The game played well. It was a good story. But, the press, how they are on Microsoft's products. But on the game going forward, I don't think that's a game you could implement multiplayer on. Like, what are you going to do in that game? I think they should offer DLC, some new stories or some new arches or like an origin story of somebody or something, some DLC. But I don't think that game is suitable for multiplayer.
How about this, right? Look at it like this, right? They have multiplayer, believe it or not, on Max Payne 3 too, though. How about they do it like this? Like a horde mode on Gears of War. You send a bunch of
have something to where you could at least join up with your friends and do something as a co-op.
I understand what you're saying. Like, we need some more diversity in our game, some longevity. But in all honesty, that game is, in my opinion, it's not the candidate for it. Just add some DLC.
It needed some DLC to extend the story. It needed some DLC to extend the story. It didn't need multiplayer. That was one of them.
You did have the story twice, so the fact that you had to play it twice made it longer.
Yeah, but that's one of them single player experiences that should stay a single player experience, and it's something that we've been asking for too. So Microsoft did try to, somewhat go in that direction, but the game got massacred. But the pictures now, the 1440p pictures that I'm seeing compared to the 720, and for one guy to do that, it looks amazing. You can really see the difference between both versions.
And I want to say this, what pissed me off about that game and the media with that game is that they kept hounding on the Xbox version being 720p, but the fucking PC version was using the reconstructed method too. And even when they released a patch where you didn't need the reconstructed method, it was still crippling PCs. It was a very demanding game.
Yeah, it shut my PC down when I tried to play that motherfucker.
PC was struggling with it. You know what I'm saying? The Xbox, you know what I'm saying? The Xbox was going to definitely.
Wait, hold on 1 second. It shut down the 1050i when you ran it? What happened?
I put that motherfucker.
I don't know.
1050.
That was but that was before I even upgraded my PC. So that was just
GTX.
when I had my when I just had just my regular PC.
Hey, you know what? I need to go back.
Trying to work on a regular PC. He hit that.
I know you like clowning it, but I mean, you really think that I got that TTI thing? I was fucking around, but I mean, fuck it. I like when people can clown on my shit because when I be showing my shit in 1080p and higher, in high resolution,
I can see him now. He downloaded that QB, hit the return button. This shit just shut off.
No, because when I got it, I didn't have to upgrade my PC.
He sat there with a blank screen, like, what happened?
That thing said,
but PC lives matter, baby. PC lives matter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what? I need to go back and take some of these sound bites, clips, or some of the classic moments on multiplayer. We got the 1050 of it. It can make a long statement. Like, yeah, some new clips. I got the MX945. Everybody's waiting. 1050. Like, and that yo, Joe went wild in the comment section, yo.
That's the funny thing about it, because regardless of whatever PC I have, right? Regardless if I was bullshitting or if I really actually have that, half of the motherfuckers in that comic section do not have a PC, a gaming PC. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like the people in Bang Bang that be jumping up in there and try to talk about PC pro PC. They don't have a PC. Like, what are you talking about? Hell, you still got your old PlayStation. You ain't even bought the Slim or the motherfucking or the Pro. Shut up.
You sit down in front of that PC, you rub your hands together like this QB for the be fire. You hit that return key, that dog message come up. It ain't strong enough.
You know what? It was funny. I got through the first. I got through the first level.
Okay.
And then that motherfucker went boo, and then so that's when I started to get shadows, and then that's when I upgraded my shit. It might run now. I'll let y'all know. I'll go ahead and put it in there and let it run. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? PC lives matter, baby. PC lives matter.
I mean, anybody want to touch on something before we move this thing right along?
We'll see when the final game come out, what the performance is. But whenever you're dealing with code that's not final, you're looking to deal with some hitches every now and then.
Okay, all right. So anyway, the juicy part of the show, Phil Spencer gets a promotion.
Woo! And we're all gonna die.
Your favorite button.
Congrats, Phil. Congrats.
Xbox.
Listen I said my prayers before I wanted to touch on the subject because I don't want the devil.
I think we finna go here.
We're all going into confession. Everybody in the comment section. We're all going into confession.
I need a job at Microsoft because all these niggas gave me was a controller, different colors of control. Nigga get promotion. That's what they doing over there. They gave me about 9 controllers. This nigga gets a promotion. But now, how do you guys feel about that? You know what I mean? Seriously.
I honestly tell you, I think it's well deserved. I know you like to rag on him, but honestly, to tell you, he helped keep the brand
turn around a sinking ship. He did that.
And if you think about it, it's pretty remarkable the turnaround that he's done with our platform. Because if you're looking at Xbox One X, it is outselling any console that they ever released. The PlayStation 4 didn't have this type of hype. It wasn't sold out everywhere like this continuously. The PlayStation 4 Pro definitely.
But it's not sold out. It's not sold out.
It is sold out in certain places.
What are you talking about, man?
It is sold out in certain places.
It got launched on Amazon in record amounts of time. They cannot keep the console in stock. So if you want to pretend like the PS4 Pro was even doing this numbers, that's fine, bro. But you know what? It isn't. And a lot of people, and including myself, kind of were upset with the $500 price tag. But you know what? People are sold on the Xbox One X, and we're already starting to get some comparisons of these games, and the system's not even out yet. The
130 enhanced games.
Wait, hold up.
Xbox One X will have the definitive versions of all the multi-plats and the story.
Hey, listen, that's why I got you on the show, because you got to keep this nigga D in check. D be bugging. Now, it ain't sold out.
It's sold out on Amazon right now.
In the U.S.
Currently in the U.S. unavailable. It's also Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, MVP, you there? He got the inside info. You there?
That goat, that goat got tired.
He got a sock in his mouth.
That goat, you feed that goat, man, and then he'll pop back on, man.
It's sold out at Target too.
Wait, damn.
I'm gonna check on Amazon UK right now to see if it's available.
I'm looking at Amazon US is unavailable.
Right now, MVP is in Jerusalem. Right now, he's located in Jerusalem.
Unavailable.
But D, he said where he's at. He's in Jerusalem. He's a black Jew.
He's not in Jerusalem, but you shut up, Z.
Right now in the UK, the Project Scorpio edition is sold out.
Nah, wait.
They do have a few of.
Boy rolled out, bro.
Wait.
Looks like they have a few of the standard edition left.
Wait,
they got a standard edition and they got the standard edition Forza left.
But he said when he's
standard edition was sold out too.
He's in Israel. He's a black Jew. He told me this last week himself.
I'm looking on Amazon UK right now, and I can pre-order the standard edition, and I can pre-order the standard edition with Forza 7.
What city is this? What country is this?
On Amazon UK.
Oh, okay, so it's not sold out in the UK.
It's not sold out in the UK, but everywhere else in the world it's sold out. And copies have allocated, and I don't know if the UK people are hoping to see the Project Scorpio edition come back into stock, and they're holding off on the standard edition. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, it is selling like hotcakes.
And that's let me ask you: is this all the hardcore buyers buying the system, or some casuals chiming in and buying the system?
It can't be all. It can't be all the hardcore.
There's a lot of casuals too.
I think like I've said many times before, a lot of people that are into that are thinking on the fence of getting a PC are going to get this system. For instance, right now, if you want to get a PC card, it's kind of hard to get them at the manufacturer, the MSRP. So you're paying a premium for them. So like you're paying like $600, $700 just for the graphics card, and then you gotta get, of course, the CPU. You got to get everything else to build your rig. Where you can get the Xbox One X for $500, and it's gonna give you a lot of games that are native 4K. At this point right now, where the GPU market is on the PC, a lot of people are saying, screw it, you know what? I'm just going to get an Xbox One X and call it a day.
Right. And another thing that's really crazy is that, like I said this last week, there's a lot of people that, that I know that are on Facebook, things like that, classmates and things like that. They've hit me up like, whoa, man, you hear about that new Xbox. And I'm like, yeah. They like, man, I went to go to, where I could pre-order it at, or somebody already told, or other people told me that they went ahead and pre-ordered it. And I'm like, oh wow, that's like, don't you have an Xbox? Some of them people didn't even have an Xbox; they just had a PlayStation 4. And so they're talking about maybe even trading their PlayStation 4, or they even just now trying to trade in their 360. And good luck on making some money off of that, but. Still, the thing of it is that it's got these people's attention. Like that Taco Bell commercial, that's what they bring up. It's like, man, I seen it on the Taco Bell, and then I went online and looked it up, and it's got a lot of people's attention. So I mean, it's coming, man. A lot of people are thinking like they're overstepping the Xbox One. And they're just thinking that the Xbox One X is the new console, and that's what they're excited about. I mean, it's really trippy. It's really trippy.
And you're going to get a chance to try it out at Best Buy, too, I think, like on the 23rd or something.
Yeah, some of them.
Certain Best Buys, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going in. I'm going to be behind the scenes with checking out the CUDA cores.
And I'm glad that
people talking about this.
I'm going to slide in my 2 cents about this Phil Spencer job. All it is a title upgrade. I just want everybody to know that. Everybody freaking out like it's new. But he's basically in charge of all the stuff he was already in charge of. The only difference is now the board recognizes him as an executive member. Before he was head of Xbox, now he's executive VP of gaming, which is the same damn thing. Xbox controls all the gaming in Microsoft.
Right, and the one thing that I was going to address with that was that it's like I've been saying this for a long time. That's why when y'all was talking about Fire Phil and all this crazy shit, I'm like, man, Phil has turned this company around.
Phil ain't got no games.
Money. They don't give us money.
Yeah, Phil ain't got no games. He ain't done this. What Phil has done is changed the narrative of what the Xbox, when the Xbox came out in 2013, changed it, completely flipped it over its head. And now, and they're generating so much money. they're the #1 publisher. They're making more money in a quarter than PlayStation made the whole fucking year. They're making
publisher.
And that, and, you know, said the #1 publisher. You look it up. I brought it up on GRG. I went through the whole top 10 list of the #1 publishers, and PlayStation was 3. I forgot who was #2, but Microsoft was #1. Wow. And the thing of, and they destroyed them. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, PlayStation had, you know, 20, I mean, well, 15, and Microsoft had like 20 to 26 billion. It was like fucking 3 point some billion, and Xbox had like 26. It was that big of a gap. But regardless,
Hey, you're talking about game publishers, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the game publishers, #1 game publishers. Now the thing of it was that what Phil did, while everybody makes fun about these the controllers and all the little accessories and everything else that came with it, that made everybody look at Phil Spencer and say, you know how to make money. So now we're going to trust your direction on taking this company to the next level. That is where it's going to get big league now, because this guy he's got the direction now. There was somebody else that was the one that was that was actually his boss. Now he's the one going to be right there to talk to the head of Microsoft to get this ball rolling.
Go ahead.
No, I can go. Okay.
I mean, I was just gonna say, it just solidifies the fact that everyone's saying Xbox is gonna sell off, or Microsoft's gonna sell off the Xbox division. It just solidifies the fact that that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I have nothing, my brother. All that man did was move up. He can stand. Yo, listen. He can still do all that same stuff that they be talking about. You got to understand, that man got to think from a business perspective. If Xbox ain't making no money, he can sell it off. It is what it is. He'll still be in charge of them PC games that he love to give away. Give our Xbox games too.
I disagree. I haven't spoke my piece on this, but
let's see.
I know they've been waiting. I know they've been waiting on post-up.
Garrett, I don't know. He saw a tall glass of haterade.
I don't know what he's talking about. I know they've been waiting on post-up. I do want to say I'm looking at Amazon, and the Xbox Standard Edition is unavailable. It is sold out of Amazon America.
All right, you don't know how many copies they sent over there, bro.
I'm just saying, brother. Stop waiting on my parade, bro.
It could have been sold out of 30 Xboxes, and y'all like, yeah,
bro,
sold out.
Send 30 Xboxes over there.
Let the sun shine, player. I'm just trying to get a little
Garrett, hater.
You think they're gonna send 30 Xboxes over there for pre-order when the Scorpio?
Garrett wear motherfucking tidy whiteys today.
I look at it like this.
I'm looking at that man draws for.
I look at it like this, bro. Him getting a seat at the table just shows the importance that Microsoft is placing on gaming as a whole. Not just on Xbox, but both platforms, because he oversees Windows and Xbox now. But this, like Juice was saying, it does solidify the point that Microsoft has no intentions of selling off the Xbox division, and that in the near future, and the future beyond, that they have a plan and a vision and the outlook for the whole Xbox ecosystem. And now he's at the seat of the table. He's sitting down. He's sitting next to the people who's sitting right next to the man who controls the budget for the whole company. When you have that direct line of communication, that is a positive, especially for the division that you're running. And I know you have other members at the table, and everybody is fighting for budgets for their particular division that they're running. But Phil has a seat at the table to where he can fight for a budget and getting us the things that we want in regards to gaming. Exactly. So this is a positive. This is a plus.
Okay, can I just throw something out there?
Hold up, Black Julie.
It's not sold out. It's not sold out over here. I just did a check. It's not sold out here. So maybe in America.
We established that 15 minutes ago.
Okay, that's brilliant. I didn't know that shit.
Okay, let's
tell you something. Y'all be putting too much hope in these false gods, man. Y'all out here sounding crazy, bro. Y'all out here praying to the red god, man. Until I hear about some games Phil done signed on for. Bro. Fuck.
Oh man, Garrett
we got an Xbox One X with nothing.
Man, help that boy out, man. You
getting the Xbox One X with nothing, and you happy?
Ooh,
yes.
How do we don't have nothing?
I'm not getting nothing, bro.
I'm not getting anything.
Reaper, you gave up women for Xbox. Let it go, bro. We ain't talking to you. You on a whole different level, all right? Yo,
what we didn't get this exclusives. What we didn't get
honest here.
Games.
Y'all niggas ain't got no exclusives, man. You
Something,
ain't
bro.
got no exclusives.
What's something, bro?
Playing this holiday.
Like real talk, yeah. The Nintendo Switch is looking better than the Xbox One.
Man, fuck the
games and
Switch.
shit.
And don't tell me about 30 frames per second PUBG and MVP. Go ahead with that Switch, dog. For real, for real. You're a grown ass man. You can't get out here with a Switch, bro. It says a lot about you, man. Yo, let me keep it all the way. Let me keep it all the way.
The holiday or multi-plats. Ain't nobody really looking for no exclusive this holiday, man. That's why they pushed that shit back.
So what we doing after the holiday?
Don't you got
Exactly.
Yo. Don't you got Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay coming out? Shit.
Spring.
All right, well, I got a question. All right, now again, here's my thing. Why I'm not so.
Crackdown's first quarter.
So they say. So they say because that game looked like shit. They showed it at Comic-Con.
Crackdown ain't first quarter.
Listen, y'all called me everything but a child of God when I told you that goddamn game looked like shit graphically. And then no, see that's the art. No, the art style. And then there's something they said they improve the visuals. But again, it is what it is, right? My issue, right, with this whole thing is that just looking at the things that have been some of the Xbox biggest Achilles heels, as far as we don't have any true exclusives anymore. That shit came from under Phil. Third party deals and what shit came from under Phil. So I'm not that I'm just not so gun ho. Maybe he might really just go far left. I don't know.
Let me ask Garrett and the rest of the panel this question. Since you're saying that there's no games, what's going to be the hottest exclusive at the end of the year? Is it going to be
Mario?
Is it going to be Mario? Is it going to be PUBG? Is it going to be GT Sport? Is it going to be Forza 7?
PUBG.
Mario.
Because how I'm looking at it from this standpoint, Forza 7 might be the hottest motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? Even though PUBG might outsell everything. But I give it to Forza 7. You know what I'm saying?
I give it to Forza 7.
I'm
a Forza player. So
hold on. Let me finish. You want to do these comparisons, bro? Okay, so Knack 2 against Cuphead.
Knack 2 is trash. Knack 2 is trash.
Okay,
and here's the thing: PlayStation fans would admit that Knack is trash.
I'm not saying it's trash. You're saying it's trash. Listen, this is what I'm saying.
Nah, man. Everyone knows that's trash, man.
Who would you rather play, Cuphead or Knack 2?
I'd rather play Cuphead.
Okay, all right. So Xbox.
But then again, I'd rather play Neo than both of them.
Would you rather play Forza or GT Sport?
Sorry, what did you say?
No. Let me tell you how K-Mega knows I play Forza. That's why he throwing that out there. But truth be told, Forza might never even touch my Xbox One X. So neither will
Okay, that's
but Microsoft is still making the money. So what are you talking? How was that supposed to be a clown?
Shout out to their money. Shout out to their money.
If you buy it off for your PC, it's still going to Microsoft because you got to play it on Windows 10.
It's a play anywhere though. So you get it there. You have it on Xbox.
Microsoft is still making that motherfucking money. What are you talking about? That's facts.
I can't.
Why do you care about Microsoft making money? They're not giving you no games.
Oh shit! Wait, the gloves is all.
Yeah, he's making a point though.
Oh man,
it's true. Niggas always talk about Microsoft's money, man. Where's your games? What have you got to show for it? What have you got?
I got 400 games on my
Xbox. Let me listen, because I ain't taught this whole podcast. What have you got to talk about?
What have you got to you can talk
Spencer going to Japan? What have you got for Phil Spencer? What have you got to show for Phil Spencer going to Japan?
Phil has already. Hold on, let me address this. Let me address this. Phil has already said they got some new developers on making games right now for the platform. Now this takes
coming out for the next Xbox, man.
It takes time. Now if I got the deal 5 months ago, you cannot expect it to materialize the product to materialize.
Nintendo are doing that.
It takes a couple of years. So we're gonna have listen. Realistically, we're gonna have to wait until this E3 to get the new blood of games that are coming to the Xbox platform, and that's just the facts. And it is what it is. And for you guys out there harping on the fact, let's not forget that Sony for the first almost 4 years barely had shit.
Wait, what?
Bloodborne was
MVP.
And
That's one fucking game. Hold on, stop talking about fucking Bloodborne.
Hold on.
It's one fucking game.
Look at what Nintendo have done. Nintendo 6 months.
We're not talking about
Nintendo, bro.
More than what Xbox.
Stop moving the goalpost.
Hey, put on this place, Dave.
Nintendo. We're talking about Sony, and we're saying for the first.
Why are we talking about all of them?
So now Microsoft. Hold on a second. Now Microsoft is in a similar position, and he's addressing. He says, "Listen, I know I've invested in some new studios, and it's gonna take some time before you see what they're making. So what more do you want? What the fuck are we supposed to do?"
All right, D. Let me be honest with you, bro. Believe it or not, Sony had more exclusives than we had for the first 3 years, bro. It's just a lot of. They just had a lot of little games that we didn't know. They do. When you look at that list, it's bigger.
Come on. These are the fucking indie games that Sony had for the first 3 years. That shit doesn't fucking count.
So when Xbox gets indie, like Xbox go free to play.
It's a small indie game. We're not gonna hype it up like it was some big AAA game. It was a bunch of fucking indies, and Sony, like the big they are, they turned their backs on the indies after they were done with them and found that they were. Hold on, let me talk. After Sony was done with the indies, I thought that they were disposable. Now Sony's not about the fucking indies anymore. Now they're about the AAAs. And you guys tout like the first 3 years that they had all AAA games. Come on.
I would agree with you that Sony used the fuck out of the indies. Sony was on a crud there. They did do that, but fam, Second Son was in the first 4 months and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And everything is all up to opinion. You may not like.
I mean, you had Rise.
You may not like Killzone and shit like that. Some people don't fuck with Rise. Me personally, I fuck with Rise. I bought Rise and I enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's
still for being stupid and not fucking with a good game.
Microsoft had more exclusive than Sony.
But cool. But Sony, when they got into gear and shit like that, fam, like they're being consistent and shit like that. And the thing is, this year and next year, it's gonna be bad, man. Next year is gonna be real bad.
Well, MVP. So what you guys got next year? What you guys got next year, MVP?
God of War and Spider-Man, man. That's pretty much
what else? God of War, Spider-Man. That's it.
FIFA Season 3, Monster Hunter is basically gonna be an exclusive on a PlayStation 4. And
except for the fact that it's not only on PlayStation 4. How's that basically an exclusive on other platforms?
Xbox.
Who the fuck is basically exclusive?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Basically exclusive.
It's basically exclusive except it's on every Michael, he came with the alternative factors now. Let me cut this nigga Michael. Hold on, man. Listen, I do apologize. My man got caught up in a lie. Jesus forgive him. All right, but anyway, next year though, I mean, let's be honest though. Sony does have a big lineup. They have God of War, which I can't wait to play. They do got Spider-Man. They got No Days Gone. They got this other exclusive just announced.
Go about that shit.
They got the other thing just announced from Square Enix.
They got Detroit as well, and I played that. It plays pretty good actually.
They got what? They got what? You said
Detroit Be Human.
Oh, they got Detroit and Microsoft that we know.
They got Scrap. They got Crackdown.
They got Crackdown. Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon 4, State of Decay 2, which I want to play though. I don't care about no Sea of Thieves, but State of Decay, I want to see what that's about. And am I missing
Nintendo, they got Bayonetta 3. Nintendo got Bayonetta 3 next year. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Has it been announced or what?
Didn't you see Platinum Games did the teaser and shit like 3 months ago? They did that. They did a teaser for that and a new Wonderful 101 game.
I don't know if that's going to be exclusive though.
I think they were talking about yeah. Oh shit. Hey, on his seat. No, it's shit.
Not every company's Microsoft and that announces shit that's going to go to the opposition like 12 months later. That's bullshit. Microsoft need to stop fucking doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, Sony needs to stop doing that too. Then
shit, we getting
that shit happens across the board. So you acting like it's only
what Sony games are coming out on Microsoft?
Your Kingdom Hearts 3,
Hellblade, whatever Automata's gonna come.
Those aren't fucking PlayStation exclusives. Those are announced.
They're not PlayStation exclusives, but when they came out on PlayStation, they was blah 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 PlayStation exclusives. Now they all of a sudden.
When Dead Rising was announced, there was no indication that was coming to PlayStation.
What about Crash Bandicoot?
He said
that was blatantly announced. That I knew that was coming to.
Well, I know that, but you just said that it didn't happen. So I mean, make up your mind. Which is
good for the goose?
No. But those games weren't announced as
PlayStation
exclusives.
Even though it's still
announced as PlayStation exclusives.
Oh man, this dude today.
Let's be selective on the reality of the situation.
Let's be real. When you go through the PS4 store, you see some shit. You go to the Xbox store, you see a tumbleweed flowing through that motherfucker.
I went to the PlayStation 4 to last night. I just seen. Well, I did pick up Samurai Showdown. That was cool. So I mean, I give it
tomorrow. Nintendo got exclusives coming out. Do you know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
It still don't change the fact that we still gonna be playing the best looking games on the X. Multiplayer.
That's right.
And those three, and also those 360 backwards compatible titles. They're gonna look like fire when you move with that.
Stop it, Five. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
No, stop it. Because I mean, people still gonna buy
compatibility gets no love, my brother. No love. They keep that trash on 360. Let's move forward.
It gets no love back. Games are forward. They sell it.
I'm looking forward.
Let's be honest. Everybody going to be playing Anthem next year. I don't care about what kind of exclusives coming out. That's just going to be
on both consoles.
Yeah, it don't matter. But which one's going to look the best?
So that's not gonna matter to a nigga that's got
it don't matter,
like shit. Of course it matters. What the hell are you gaming for? You want to play the
I'm not just gaming.
It doesn't matter when it's convenient to you. Like I don't understand.
Do you want to play something that looks like garbage or something that looks like nice and sharp?
Yeah, that's a good point that you just said. It don't matter until
on the Xbox for the past 4 years. I'm still gaming on the Xbox now. So what are you guys talking about?
Look, I look at it like this. You Sony fans y'all got some more months in another year, man, to shit on Xbox not having games, what y'all so call it.
No, hold
on. I'm saying that. Hold on. I'm saying that. And I'm giving y'all that because what we expect Phil to do in 3 years is impossible, and games take longer to make. So he invests in companies. He went out to Japan, and people crying about. Well, he went out to Japan. Why no games are showing up at TGS? It doesn't work like that. You go out there, you create. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't mean he went out there to get the same games that were shown at TGS. Maybe he went out there for some new. Hold on, maybe he went out. Hold on, maybe he went out there for some new shit, and that's not gonna show right now. You don't go make a deal at the table and then bring something concrete to the next day. It don't work like that, man.
Nigga made the deal like 6 months ago.
It doesn't. Yeah, 6 months ago. It takes 4+ years for AAA games, player. They're not just gonna pop up at TGS.
Hey, yo, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Another thing.
Hey,
one person at a time. One person. Another thing, MVP. Another thing. The Xbox is going through a it's called one word, transition. Transitions don't happen in 3 years.
They've been transitioning since 2014. They've been transitioning since 2014. Let me put you up on some games.
We're talking about a major corporation. We're not talking about a mom and pop store.
Let me put you up on some games.
We're talking about a corporation.
At E3, do you know how the Pokemon company announced a new iteration for
the nigga
just said.
Did you say Pokemon, bro? Did you say Pokemon, bro?
It's not gonna be here for
Hold on, let me
we're working on it.
It don't matter. You know why? It don't matter. It don't matter. Different stroke. Hold on.
Yo, we're working on it.
That's it. That's what
Microsoft have to do.
Let me tell you something.
Have to do is give us some concrete information that they're working on some shit, but they ain't done that.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, MVP. Different strokes from different folks. Microsoft doesn't have to move at the whim of Sony, and they don't have to do the same things that Sony doing in regards to how they.
I'm not talking about Sony. I'm talking about Nintendo. I'm talking
I'm talking about Nintendo and Sony, because often y'all try to apply what Sony and Nintendo
all you Pokemon fans
to what MS is doing. They move differently. Microsoft chose not to announce their games because in the past it has affected them in a negative light. That's the choice that they dealt with. We just got to deal with that.
Ringtone. That's nice. They're talking about Pokemon. Go ahead. You all
Sony
like there you go.
Sony like announcing games. 2 or 3 years before they're about to come out to geek up their fan base. That's a choice that they made. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people like
Sony
some people
fanboys
like what
like
Microsoft is doing. Some
that
people
don't come
don't. But we have to deal with it. Xbox is still in the transitional stage in regards to its game development and its in-house creativity.
I'm sampling
we just have to deal with that, bro.
I'm sampling this exact part for my video.
Bro, I'm just saying though, they're in a transition in regards to their development. That's why they let all them studios go. Last year or a couple years ago, because they're in a rebuilding phase, and that's from a corporate perspective.
Next gen called him the Axeman.
But look,
he is,
from a
man.
corporate perspective, that takes more than 3 years to do. From a corporate perspective, stop thinking.
You know, we see Microsoft do this before to bigger companies. Yeah, we see Microsoft do this to bigger companies. You know how Nokia Matters end. You know how Nokia Matters end. Microsoft did the same shit.
You're thinking like a GameStop fanboy instead of a corporate.
I'm not. If they were, all right, what's the name of Microsoft's new studio that they set up this year? It's been the whole of 2014. Name me 2 new studios that they've set up.
What?
Hold on, no. They got a couple studios. I know they spoke from Microsoft Studio Games to Microsoft Game Publishing. To publishing.
Yeah, they got 2 of them. That's
one.
What
are their names, nigga?
Wait, hold on. It starts with a G. I can't think of it. It's the one that's going to be working on Fable.
It starts with a G spot.
Wait, hold on. You okay, Spot? You okay, Post? He didn't punch me in the mouth just now. You like Post?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. He ain't punched me in my mouth.
Hey,
the point I'm trying to make is whenever you release studios. The point I'm trying to make is whenever you release studios from Press Play, they released a whole lot of studios, and they even had a good heart to allow them studios to retain some of their IPs. Whenever you do that, that means you're moving forward, especially with Phil taking over. You're going through a rebuilding phase in regards to your whole library.
Bro, if they were serious,
2 or 3 years,
if they were serious, do you know what? Do you know what they'd be doing? Do you know what they'd be doing? If Microsoft were real serious, you know what they'd be doing? They'd be keeping niggas shit. They'd be like, okay, Insomniac, you can go, but we're fucking keeping on Sunset Overdrive because we fucking pay for that shit. Get the fuck out. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what Sony and Nintendo do. That's what you're supposed to do.
Nah, bro. First of all, Insomniac owns the Sunset.
They shouldn't. They
own the IP.
For it.
First of all, in the game that the Sony fans that was in Bang Bang,
you should know Insomniac don't ever let none of their IPs go, bro.
What do you mean? They don't own Ratchet. They don't own Ratchet. They don't own Resistance. Sony owned that.
But MVP, I got a question. I got a question.
They just gave Press back there. They just gave Press Play back their IP. That's how it went to the PS.
Name the Nintendo studio. Name any of them.
Wait, hold on, man.
Name any of them. I could do that real easy, homeboy. Nintendo EAD. I've got fucking Monolith Software. And that's off the top of the head. Nintendo R&D #1. I gotta
cut his mic down. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Fuck out of here.
Man, MVP finna get this work.
Hey, Juice, what did you just say, Juice? You said Insomniac does what? What happened?
I said they don't
quiet now. That nigga
quiet
they do. That's why they got from under Sony.
They don't know.
Wait, Sony, I didn't hear you.
When you work with Sony, you don't own shit, fam.
They wanted to retain their IPs.
Yeah, they keep trying to keep their IPs.
When Sunset Overdrive, they went to Sony first. But Sony said, we want to own the IP. Microsoft said, y'all could come to us and we'll let y'all retain the IP.
That's standard business.
That's smart.
No, look at Halo. Look at Halo. Microsoft knew that Halo made money.
Bro, what's the game that just went to the PS4? What's the game that just went to the PS4 that they were talking about in Bang Bang?
Halo. Yo, post up. Answer.
Dead Rising 4.
No, I'm not Dead Rising 4. I'm talking about the little character with the marker where you can create trees and draw stuff that was made by Press Play. But since they got released by Microsoft, they created another company.
I don't know if I remember that.
Hey, wait,
well, Microsoft let them. Microsoft transferred the IP over to them. They could have kept it, brother.
Okay, I just want to say this point here. Phil now being promoted to this VP position, he is now in a better position for the Xbox brand. Okay, he's got a seat at the big boy table now, and he can request more money so they can do such things like you're requesting there. Because it's been quite obvious that they've had some type of money cut off to them because the marketing, a lot of things have been amiss this generation. And now with the more
with more emphasis, he can do more.
Focus on the gaming division that Phil has now in his position.
Not only that, Dean,
ask for more money, and he can alleviate us of some of these problems. I think going forward, I think the brand is in good shape. And like I said, I would really wait till E3 to see these things come to fruition. It takes fucking time.
Not only that, D.
Wait a minute, sorry, said when did we
talk about waiting for E3 for years, bro?
Hold on. Not only that, D. Not only that, D. What people don't see is the Xbox division has a seat at the table. That means the gaming division is just as important as the Windows operating system division.
Talking bullshit all day.
Who? The gaming division is just as important as the Windows operating system division, or the cloud division, or the Microsoft Office division.
Right.
That's what this is saying, bro. Y'all missing the point. The point is,
call them out. What easy
y'all missing the point. The point is that the gaming division as a whole is an important part of Microsoft vision. When it had a seat at the table,
the sad part is that we sitting here arguing about some shit that needs to be already prevalent, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We need to be talking about them games, which Microsoft have none of.
They coming. Like I said, I give y'all a couple
months a year. Y'all be like, yo, y'all be like, no fucking day. So I'm good with it.
I'm gonna
see what that new money do, because I guarantee you, Phil got some.
I can't wait.
I guarantee you, Phil got some new money. I guarantee you, Phil got some new money.
Hey, them games Phil signed on for could have been the next Forza, next Halo.
Let me tell you something.
Y'all be skipping over that, bro.
Let me tell you something. I guarantee you he got new money, bro. We're gonna see what that new money do.
Yeah, he got new money.
I'm talking about for the division as a whole. He got new money. I'm gonna see what he's gonna do with it.
That nigga dropped $1 billion on Microsoft. I'm on that nigga dropped $2 billion on Minecraft.
Phil ran off on the plug twice,
and it worked out. We recouped that $2 billion already.
All right, well, hold on. We got Puerto Rico.
We recouped that $2 billion already, probably, because Minecraft selling like hotcakes.
Probably.
So it wasn't a bad move, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It was for the PC, my nigga.
It was Minecraft is on all systems. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Xbox is gonna be multi.
Let me ask y'all a question. This is a good question right here. We keep talking about all the games is coming. What the fuck were y'all doing a couple years ago? Why y'all didn't sign on for no games then?
Facts.
What were they doing?
Right.
Like, what was they doing?
They were trying to save the company.
Where's the new IPs at?
A couple years ago.
We can't be having new IPs when you try to change up the.
You got to deal.
You always got to have new IPs, no matter what, bro. No matter what.
They had new IPs at launch.
When they was redesigning that Sony.
New original
one at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Hey, Mega, listen to me. When they was redesigning that 360, they still had new IPs coming. Don't tell me about how they had to change it all up. Don't want to hear that. And they had a worse problem.
Well, if you don't want to hear facts, then I don't even know what's the point of listening to
it. Because Garrett was some bullshit.
Garrett on some bullshit, man. I mean, some bullshit.
That's crazy.
Let's talk about
straight bullshit.
I mean, that Red Ring of Death was worse than what they got going on right now.
Oh shit! You ain't making? Yeah.
And they fixed it. They kept moving. Getting new games.
Yeah, they had to spend billions of dollars, but that was a technical issue.
They fixed it and got more games and kept it moving.
But you know what? This is where you forget, Garrett. Let's go to the PlayStation and for their hacking shit and how much money that they had to lose on that. And
still got games though.
No, you didn't. You didn't get no games until the end of that generation. That's why everybody was dogging them out.
And then still
in the beginning of the fucking generation,
the 360 had a crazy install base too.
Wait, hold on.
You gotta think who was leading the charge.
And all the rest of the games that came out was fucking remasters.
Wait, hold on. One second.
All right, K-Mega, let me ask you something. This is some serious shit. If they didn't have no games until the end of the thing, how did they catch us? We ain't got no games, so we ain't never catching them.
Facts.
Like, come on, bro.
Wait, hold on. Hey, give me a chance. Wait, hold on.
Nigga, PlayStation still won that generation at the end.
No, they didn't.
Get out of here.
But hey, Porter Rock, you there? Hold on, Porter Rock, you there? Porter Rock, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, listen, you've been very quiet, man. What's my man name from what's the NY Jump Street? We were talking. What's going on? You hear the bullshit going in the back about Phil got the promotion and like how do you feel about all this, man?
I'm gonna use the 80-20 rule. So 80%. This could be potential great for Xbox. He can advocate now because he's at the seat of the round table. So he can actually get the more money. He could build the studios. You know what I'm saying? Because now he has a voice. Now, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to ask somebody else to advocate. And who knows? Maybe the boss that was, Phil Spencer's boss would be like, yeah, Phil, I got you. When I go to the meeting, I'll tell him exactly what you want. And then he doesn't do it. You know what I mean? Now Phil can actually, Phil can tell whoever the fuck his boss is, hey, make sure the guys at the table, tell them this is my plan to build studios. He'd be like, yeah, I got it, Phil. No doubt. Hey, how's the wife doing? Kids okay? Good? All right. Yeah, no doubt. Got you. That could have happened. But now that he has a seat, he could advocate for the Xbox brand. He could tell them directly.
Really advocate? I see Phil doing a lot of advocating for PC out in the streets, man.
But that's where my 20% comes in. There's a small chance that he's drinking the Kool-Aid and he's siding with Nadia and everybody else. True. Where Xbox could just be a device. He could he's finally part of the club. They'd be like, yo, Phil, do you finally see? That's why I said that. So we'll say 90-10. 10% chance that could happen. Where look at Phil, they'd be like, hey, Phil, are you down with us? Yes or no? He'd be like, I'm down, bro. And be like, hey, here's your new salary if you're down with us. And he'd be like, oh, what's crazy, Porter Rock? He'll be like, speculation. He'll be like, what?
Listen, let me tell you a true story.
I mean, what he's saying is speculative, but it's
no. Hold on.
But I say that's a small chance.
Yeah, I know. He's saying what could happen and what might.
True story.
I can agree with that.
2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when things started to look a little spooky, and I'm like, black people, we haul ass. We don't wait to see what's happening. We gonna haul ass. So I said, oh, what's going on? Shit ain't looking right here. And I remember my right-handed God. If I'm lying, Jesus Christ, He knows my heart. I was on the phone with Sal. I said, Sal, this shit ain't looking right, bro. Just going back to what we used to have and what we got right now. We just guaranteed the Forza, Gears, and Halo, right? It bothered me so much. I bullshit you not. I barely treat any execs, anything. I hit Phil. I did it on the Xbox. I said, Phil, I've been with you guys for a very long time. I said, man, I would hate to see my preferred console of choice become a service. Some of the decisions that you guys have made, I really don't have the confidence. And give you an example, the original Xbox got stomped out by the PlayStation 2. But I said then I had more faith in that platform than I do this one because them people really, Bill and Steve, they believed in the product and the device. It's not like that so much no more. You know what I mean? Especially him out there talking about, it's not healthy for the companies to keep stuff away from other gamers. Bill's primary concern should be the Xbox guys. You know what I mean? And now he's the head of PC shit too. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I really don't fucking know.
Do y'all listen to me, man?
Gamer.
Yeah.
Do y'all listen to me, man?
I don't, man. Is he going to try to blur the lines?
Here's one thing. I understand Phil's a gamer, but this is also his livelihood, And if let's say those other members have a vision and they want Phil to buy in, and now his salary is triple, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's not gonna be like, screw this triple salary. I'm all about Xbox. No, he's gonna be a normal human being.
Really all about Xbox,
you know what I'm saying?
See, you gotta look.
That's what I'm saying. He's a businessman, and I guarantee he likes his Maserati.
Look,
listen to me. What I just said.
Xbox division.
I'm pretty sure he likes
all about the Xbox,
bro.
He got answer that. Think about it. Before you answer, so I'm gonna record this here. Is Phil really all about the Xbox? And some of the decisions that he's made since he's been in charge, played anywhere. That wasn't a benefit of the Xbox. That wasn't a benefit.
I can answer that question.
You know what I mean? All their exclusives going to PC. That wasn't the benefit of the Xbox. That was the benefit of the PC. You know what? I used to. It's gonna be more game money for Microsoft, and we're gonna get more games, and we ain't got shit.
I can
answer
that question. I can answer that question.
He spent the money on coke and hookers. That's the answer.
The answer is, it's not just about Xbox anymore. I'm telling you, the PC
the company.
And hold on, The PC and the Xbox is going to become one at some point. Y'all not listening to me.
But do you guys think that Phil can actually accomplish his dream now that he has his promotion?
I don't know what his dream is.
His dream being is a PC gamer? Both PC and Xbox.
Hey, it's not about Phil's dream. This has been Microsoft's dream way before Phil was even in his position. They always wanted Windows in the living room. And Xbox was a perfect platform to do that.
And they failing.
This has been the plan since the 90s.
And they've been failing ever since. They failed in the 90s.
No, they
failed in the 2000s. And they failed right now, bro.
They almost there, player. The Xbox has penetrated the living room.
They don't even like the Windows Store.
Bro, the Xbox has penetrated the living room. Microsoft has a foothold in it now. So the rest, and that's why they moving to UWP. Y'all, look.
Hey, post up. I completely understand. I don't want you to understand that we don't understand what you're saying. We completely understand what you're saying. What we're saying is that plan would work if you were the #1 console in the living room. But you're not #1.
It didn't work when we were the
the plan's not working.
In the living room.
It's not the #1 console in the living room. It's the PlayStation worldwide.
It was the #1 console with the 360.
And it didn't work.
They barely got it.
It don't matter, though.
Now, let me ask you. Now, look what it took to be #1. It took PlayStation to come out a year later at $600.
Look, this is a marathon.
That's what it took for 360 to do it.
This is a marathon. They gonna make falls along the way. This is a marathon. This is not just a 1-2 step race. This is a marathon, and they in it for the long haul until they get it there. I'm telling y'all.
I mean, look at it this way.
At some point, those PC games that Z said it never comes over to the Xbox, they're gonna start trickling over, player. Watch. I guarantee you.
But here's the thing: a lot of the PC games are going on PlayStation 4 as well.
Yes,
it's not like that. In fact, we already have them. We have PC games that you guys don't got.
I understand that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the strategy of PC games. It's going to PS4.
I understand that. I'm just talking about what Microsoft intentions when it comes to that living room is beyond just the Xbox.
Hey, Post, let me tell you something, right? What you're saying, right, in their vision, you know what? There's a guy by the name of Seamus Blackie, the original creator of the original Xbox, and they wanted to try that shit then, merge the two. And he said, I'll make find the article. He said console gamers and PC gamers were two separate entities. We're just different. You know what I mean? And you can't just mix the thing. But you are right. I also saw that interview when Bill said they wanted the Windows to be in every living room. That was the future, which it is. Your Windows, your Xbox One X or whatever is a Windows 10 device.
Facts.
Going forth, every Xbox console was going to probably have the Windows operating OS, which is cool. I get it. But to blur the lines between full-on PC gaming and the console gaming, a lot of people choose consoles because they don't want to deal with this shit going on PC. We're not the same. You know what I mean? So again,
you know what?
That's why I'm saying some of the decisions that came down to still been in charge has not benefited Xbox players not one bit.
Yeah,
guys get free online to get, you know what I mean? Like it's all one way. It's all one way. So again, if people are a little skeptical about him becoming, like, he might really just show his ass. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I asked him this, and you know what I mean? And he answered that question like a politician. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, my right hand to God that did, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what, Z? I definitely agree with you. Some of the decisions that they made in regards, and some of the decisions hasn't benefited us as
or many sides. I'm sorry, forget it, bro.
I mean, I do agree with you. Some of the decisions that they have made haven't benefited us. You know what I'm saying? Especially in regards to gaming. But I'm just saying this because at one point, Xbox Live on Xbox and PC was two different separate entities. It was two different Windows gaming system was a different division from Xbox. But they have now merged and unified.
And the only thing his decision benefit is the fanboy. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for progress and for going forward, you know what I'm saying? It's benefiting everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But this is what direction. The more that the hardware gets,
y'all be sitting here talking about merging the two.
What has you know what I'm saying? These games are nothing. These consoles are nothing but PC like now. So I mean,
then why PC ain't paying for Live then? But I'm paying $60 a year.
Because you know what,
competition on PC.
Talking at your party chats and things like that.
Competition on PC.
You can talk in the party chats from PC. What's your next?
You got to go on different things. You know what I'm saying? There's
competition.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You can do it straight from the app.
How you do it?
From the app.
You can do it all the time and shit like that. You do it. Ease and everything.
I'm in the party chat all the time on PC because I play primarily on PC.
Hey, you my man. You gotta sit this one out, bro. I'm gonna give you the 8 count. 1, 2.
They getting everything. They getting everything we getting for nothing.
Except games with gold.
Fuck you mean merge them? Yeah, we gonna merge y'all, but only half of y'all gotta pay. Nah,
I think it's a good idea, man. I mean, I like some of the games that's coming. Like it's looking at Path of Exiles. PUBG is going to be coming.
That's all on your PC, nigga.
That's like saying, that's like saying, all right, I'm cool. I'm gonna go out in the field and work while y'all stay in the house. Man,
I mean, you can get loud and
we pay
I just disagree.
He is getting kind of loud. What that nigga?
I mean, what's the deal? I mean,
you know what?
I'm keeping it.
You know what?
If we pay for it,
real with yourself. That's not real for me. What I'm saying, I agree with what
it's the difference between the PC
aspect of it. It's cool. I like it.
It's a difference between the PC and the Xbox. The Xbox is an environment that you can control. That's why they charge. On the PC, they can't. It's too many avenues to play for free. You know what I'm saying? And even if they tried that with Xbox, it's too many.
Did you just justify slavery? That's what it sounds like you're doing. My God.
This was
hit the like button.
I'm gonna say this. I hate because I even hate Sony's fucking PS Now. I fucking hate that service. I hate the whole idea about it. I hate the concept. All those millions they bought in Gaikai service, they could just fucking wipe the servers and reconfigure it, and we could get dedicated servers to for the online network. They could use those servers and reconfigure it to give us dedicated servers. But instead, they want this PS Now bullshit primarily for the PC audience because they want PC gamers to play PlayStation games, but without the ability to pirate them. So that's why they go with the streaming because you can't pirate a stream. This is their way. But PC gamers don't want this shit. They're not. No one is subscribing to this shit service. The only people that play for it are the ones who just bought a PlayStation or just signed up an account and they do it for free for 2 weeks, the 14-day trial. But after the 14-day trial's up, they don't touch it again. It's a useless service to appease the PC gamers, something they're not using anyway. Fucking wipe the service and give us dedicated servers. You have this infrastructure, just use it right. And you're catering to a crowd that don't give a fuck. Yeah. It's a console shit. They don't care.
You're going to be paying more for PSN.
Fucking stuff. Well, it's fine, but with dedicated servers, it's fucking a better service.
Yeah, but who cares about PC? Nobody cares about no
PC. But I'm telling you, a PC gamer is not playing Uncharted over a stream.
But they're not doing that. Decision. I mean, what would a console gamer really care about what a PC person is doing?
Yeah, I've never
understood it.
No, it's not that I care about their playing. It's that they're investing money in something that's futile. No one's using the service, so put those infrastructure to good use. Make money where the money's coming from. It's not coming from PC. The money's coming from the console. So use that infrastructure to make the service better. Everybody wants PlayStation to PSN to be better. This is the way to make it better. But they're using the infrastructure in hopes that PC will pay $9 a month or $10 a month or whatever they charge for PS Now. They're not doing that. They don't care about online streaming. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking pointless.
Well, that's what at some point that's what gaming is going as a whole.
Yeah, wait till Sony start doing the same shit. It's gonna be and it's gonna be like, oh shit, this shit's genius now.
Yep, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
All I'm going to say is, man, a lot of L's was hanging out today. A lot of L's on many sides.
I mean, that's the whole good thing about this podcast.
Yeah, but we got that X coming though. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody you can agree. We're gonna disagree.
PC. You got that X coming, man.
Some people ain't gonna have no shit fly. This is a dope panel. You know, somebody say something, they go, nah, bro, that's wrong right there, bro. Let me check you real quick.
How many people in this party? How many people in this panel got the X already reserved? Everybody.
But we got it here. I got mine, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that the Slim like 189. I just I'm gonna send you a link, P Rock. 189 with 2 games.
Puerto Rock said that's too much. He waiting for it to go down to 99.
For what? For what?
Xbox S when we did 9th generation. That bitch like $50.
Shut up to my.
Yeah,
I'm all about the S. I'm all about the Superman.
I just told you. I'm gonna send you a link. It was somewhere for 189 with 2 games. I was just looking at it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Word.
It better not be fucking Forza Motorsport and Forza 7. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. I'll slap the shit out of you.
It's Battlefield 1 and Destiny 2.
Yeah, you get the Xbox S and you get Destiny 2 and Battlefield for like $250 or something.
240.
Oh, deal 240. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, and plus
he
you
wants that 150.
Pass.
He looking for that 150. He
listen. Hey, hold up. You can get Xbox One Game Pass. You can get Gears of War and all that shit in there. All that old shit that came out. You ain't got to buy it, $10 a month. You can really.
No, I'm gonna buy those games.
But you can get them. Well, you can download and keep them once you got the service.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those.
You can. I'm saying. Well, I'm just saying. With $10, I don't know what they might cost, whatever. But you can get the service. Just download them and just have them. You know, they don't go where. You can play them straight from the hard drive. You know what I mean? Ain't no streaming. You don't got to stream on that shit. You just straight download it and just play it from your hard drive.
Yeah, that's what's good about Game Pass. It's not that streaming bullshit.
Yeah, you can.
They just had a record. Porter Rock, listen here. Now, if you want to buy my game right now, you can.
That's you keep taking.
You see that work?
This is gonna be this December is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's sold out again. Baby. We can listen. The X take that damn thing. We gonna win this. We gonna win November, December.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay. All right.
That's easy. Easy work. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have your ass singing Boys to Men. It's so hard. Your ass gonna be singing Boys to Men this summer.
That nigga Bible scripture. I'm like, you know what? It's against my religion again. You know what I mean?
My man's gonna delete the multiplayer podcast from his Patreon. He's like, he's gonna say, "God bless everybody. Good night."
You don't want that Russell Simmons thing coming out. God bless. Good night. Oh, man. But I'm saying, anything else you guys want to bring before we get the hell up out of here? Or even about an hour and a half, or just about. Anything that we didn't fail to mention in that?
Oh no, I'm just saying Xbox the best box.
I got some stuff for the next show.
Slave.
Hey, y'all talked about Tokyo Game Show.
That's what I am.
Hey, y'all talked about Tokyo Game Show and games? Oh no, of course not.
We don't need to go there, player.
Yeah, wasn't Microsoft supposed to do something?
Of course not.
I heard they were. Man.
Why would Microsoft be in Tokyo?
But I thought they were. Didn't they say something?
Last month they sold 19 Xboxes in Japan.
Porter Rock is right. Earlier in the year, they did say they was going to be at the Tokyo Game
Spencer said,
listen, they need to stay the fuck away from Japan, bro. They don't fuck with you, bro. Like, seriously.
Worried about Microsoft in Japan. Who gives a damn about that shit? It's selling out here in the US, ain't it?
Japan is like a bad chick who keep on curving Microsoft, yo.
All 20, right?
Right now in Japan on
about some Japan.
The Xbox One X is number 50. It broke the top 100. It's number 50 on Amazon in Japan. So that's maybe a little promising.
That's pretty big.
Shit.
That's good.
They sold 27 of them.
Facts. They tripped it. 5,000% increase.
Double digits per month, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Somewhere it's so like 9. Like, come on, man.
Pull out
of there, man.
Still King Bud vicious, bro.
I mean, Japan ain't the market that it used to be. It used to be one of the big markets, but
Xbox is done, man. There's no hype for that console.
look at
you just say Xbox is done. There's no hype for that console.
Look at
Xbox is done.
He
man.
said Xbox is
That's crazy. He's reaching right now. He's reaching.
Nintendo Switch,
Armstrong.
the Nintendo Switch should be not fucking up the Xbox, man.
MVL. Your new name is
Wait till that
MVL.
extra.
MVP, you 38 and you play a Nintendo Switch. It's over for you out here. Don't ask, man, the Mario, fucking Mario visions.
You play Monster Hunter.
You got a stomach. You got a Nintendo stomach pouch full.
Hey, D. What happened to D? D left?
Yo, I'm here.
Hey, do me a favor, bro. Choke this nigga the fuck out, man. Put that nigga down.
You know what? Just the fact that Xbox One X is selling out worldwide. It's silly for anyone to think
worldwide except for where I come from.
It ain't in Jerusalem.
I don't know what's gonna happen in February or March, but I know for sure November and December, Xbox One X is gonna be the best-selling console.
Okay.
November's in the back.
Those are gonna come back to haunt you, my nigga.
And in the words of my boy 108 Dragons TV.
Hey, Z.
Shout out to 108, man.
Yo, Z. D just doomed you. He put his certified stamp of approval, so you know it's doomed, dog.
No, you know it's gonna go wrong.
Nah, he good.
That nigga D on the cover of Battle.
Real talk. When you have the console selling out in pre-orders all over the world, and then of course launch day they're gonna have
all over the world.
They're gonna have more consoles allocated. You really honestly think that the Xbox One X is not gonna win November? Honestly?
Yep.
It's
You know what?
available where I am.
I bet you $20 right now. You're a fool.
I already got up there. I already got up there with Zaire.
If you were so confident, Puerto Rico, what you
I already have.
You talking trash? You talking already?
Okay, I already have a bet. I already put my money where my mouth is. I've been had this bet with Z. I've been had this bet
with me too. $20.
Hey, no, I'm gonna do it with just one person.
One at a time.
One at a time. You want these papers?
Okay.
One at a time.
All right. Hey, listen, I already got my bet with Z. I already put a AAA game versus me and Z. So you can't say, well, you don't really need
November, so this is a free $20 for you. You don't want it?
Don't worry, but hey, I already got my bet with Z.
So you ain't all about that talk then.
I already got my bet with Z.
You ain't that confident.
I already got it. I already did it. You can't say you're not about that tick because I already did it. But I'm not going to bet 100 million.
Because Microsoft's going to lose.
I'm not going to bet 100 million people.
I'm gonna give you $20. You should be confident then, right?
I don't need you to give him a try. I just need you to bend the knee.
Target
December. That's all I need.
Target sold out.
Microsoft's gonna lose its free money.
Okay. Amazon US is sold out. Target is sold out.
I gotta say one thing.
Amazon don't count.
I gotta say one thing. Get the hell about it, right?
Don't you dare say that when I see all those little
it's free.
Those little PlayStation is #1 little cards and shit. You know what I'm saying, for games and all that. That's what they use is Amazon.
When you pre-order on Amazon, it's free. Okay.
You guys not speaking of free Xboxes? About a week ago, what's his name, Mario 64 or Wario 64? He's some Twitter guy. He tweets out like mistakes that Amazon made. Amazon was actually giving you a free Xbox One S. A bunch of people jumped on it. So now they caught it on some people, but the people that were smart and chose same day or next day delivery actually got the Xbox One S for free.
It was on NeoGAF. I tried to get. I was too late when it was on NeoGAF. I saw that. Yep.
And I followed up.
What?
And I
Puerto Rock, you missed your shot, motherfucker.
Yeah, they was giving out free Xbox One S's, man.
Yeah. Listen. I'll say for all you Switch niggas out there hyping that Doom, a year-old game that's 720p, 30 frames a second.
Don't matter. I want to screen that.
Yeah, you can play it on the go, fam. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what? I'm ducking the fact. Is he ducking the fact? He said no AAA titles coming to the Switch.
I'm not going to downplay the Switch getting these games, and I don't think anybody should. This is huge. It's getting Doom. It doesn't matter if
it plays Doom at 30 frames per second.
This is a handheld we're talking about here. So 30 frames per second.
But Doom can be played on like a potato, some wire, a bale of hay. Like that shit runs on anything.
Yeah.
1,000 frames per second. Like so. Okay. I'm not too impressed by Doom. It's good. It's good. It is 1,000% good. I'm not gonna play it on my Switch, but it's good.
For the guys out there that got the Switch, and that's going to be their primary console. This is good that they're getting some of these multiplats. We can't downplay too.
Hey, they're also 12.
Have as much games as possible.
They're not old enough to play Doom.
Let me put this out there. If the Switch is your #1 console, I want you to just go in the bathroom, fill the tub up, laying there,
if you're
and never wake up, cuz.
If you're a grown up and the Switch is your #1 console,
you're a grown ass man. Go ahead and end it.
Switch got some good games, bro, man. Switch has got some good games. I don't know what the fuck
I get switches every. Hold on a second. I get switches every week, and I flip them. I don't want to switch. When we were off the air last week, I showed some of the members on here the switches that's a switch that I had. I don't want it. So it's just not for me. But for the guys that are invested in the ecosystem, that are invested in Nintendo and all these games, it's good that they're getting NBA 2K. It's good that they're getting WWE 2K. It's good that they're getting FIFA. It's good. Especially when we're saying they weren't going to get third parties. Let's give credit where credit is.
No. See, that's not what niggas do on this show.
That's why I have to disagree with you in all that rise and chip shit. The fact that we're praising Nintendo for getting some fucking third party multiplayer that they should have already. That's how you know how.
But we know why they didn't get it.
Nintendo, and that's the problem.
No, these companies, hold on a second. These companies, EA and these companies, they said, listen, we're gonna see how the Switch does before we invest in them again. Because they got burnt with the Wii U. The Wii U just didn't do well. Now the Switch is doing well, so the third-party games are saying, you know what? Let's jump on board because they're selling. You're not gonna buy it, but it's selling.
No, listen, yeah, that's fine, but they don't need it to be successful.
Owns that console, why would they not get WWE or 18? Why would they not?
Dude, you know what that Doom reminds me of, bro? You remember back in the day they had Tecmo Bowl on Nintendo, then they had the Tecmo Bowl Tiger handheld.
Hey, yo, bro, listen.
That's like the difference between Doom on other consoles and Doom on the Switch.
This is what you're saying here. That now the Nintendo fans are into first place shooters. They didn't buy fucking Call of Duty last year. What's that when it came off of the Wii U? The fucking PSP version, Vita, outsold the Wii U fucking version. Now you're going to tell me that these motherfuckers go out and buy fucking Doom? Like, come on, they all about fucking picking fucking stars. And
I don't know if they're gonna buy Doom, but I know they're gonna buy 2K. I know they're gonna buy FIFA.
They didn't buy the first 2K. They're gonna buy fucking 2K12 with the Wii U. It sold 10,000 copies.
But the Wii U didn't sell, period. The Switch is fucking selling. There's millions of them out there. You think these guys don't want games? Cut the shit, man.
Hey, did y'all see that Twitter post when dude was supposed to be doing his homework in class playing NBA 2K?
Yeah. I'm telling you, hey, I just, fucking, it's gonna be a lot of these users who's going to choose a Switch, it's going to be a question of performance versus portability. That's what it comes down to it. There's going to be a lot of young kids that's going to buy the Switch because they could play 2K in school.
The Switch is going to be a secondary console.
Yeah, some people are going to buy it because it's cool to play 2K in class. Who the fuck wants to learn in school?
Let's not forget with the Switch.
Well, actually, wants to be educated.
The kids play 2K.
Let's not forget without the Switch, you can detach those Joy-Cons, and a bunch you can sit down on the same Switch and play the games too.
Here's another thing. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real.
I don't even know.
You know how many tweets I hear? Or I'm at work playing the Switch. I'm thinking, motherfucker, do your job.
I can't play Switch on my phone.
Motherfuckers don't even work anymore. They're in their jobs playing Switch. Nobody wants to work.
I paid out of gym. Hell out of here with that shit.
Goddamn popos, they ain't even arrested nobody. They be like,
we switching right now.
Playing Switch.
The Switch is actually selling. It's winning MPDs. You know what? We gotta be real. Whether it's not for me, that console is not for me. I'm not gonna get it. I'm still not gonna get it. But we can.
I thought it was 4K.
It's doing well. We're seeing a lot of their games we're seeing a lot of their games in the top 10 of games that have a much larger install because the consoles are more vast. But yet you still see their games charting there. We cannot deny that. The numbers go up.
Nintendo games always chart, bro. What are you talking about?
But the system is selling, bro.
The system's selling, bro. That shit is selling.
People are buying the system.
Hold on. Because
Nintendo games were charting when the Wii U was out. Like when Mario Kart 8 came out for the Wii U, it was top of the charts, and there was no Switches or Wii U's out there. So like Nintendo games are gonna chart because they're Nintendo games, but they're the only ones that come out.
But the console is also selling this time around. We cannot deny it. The console's fucking selling. It's selling.
It's new hardware, D.
No, but listen, Wii U dropped after 2 months.
Z, how many months can we call it new fucking hardware? Come on now.
It's not new hardware. We're in September, bro. Switch is not new hardware.
It is new hardware.
It's done. So now we have to wait a year?
New hardware to an extent. In all honesty, new hardware applies for the first 2 months. That's when you really see the peak of it. So let's cut the shit. It's selling. Whether we like it or not, whether it's for us, whether we think it's for fucking kiddies, whether we think it's for high-tide porn, motherfuckers, it's selling.
I went with you with the fucking cooter calls, okay? This Switch is dog shit. Anyway, again,
damn right.
You gonna fuck about Mario or fucking Destiny 2?
For you and I, it is dog shit. But for the people that invested, that are buying the console, it's not. It's fucking selling, so they like it. Listen, I drive a fucking Audi. Now, if someone likes a fucking, if somebody likes a Honda, I can't judge them on what they like. That's what they fucking like. It's selling. Who cares? It's selling. It's not for me, but it's for them, and it's selling. We can't deny that.
Switch is selling like a motherfucker.
That's the problem with America. Too many liberals.
Fuck
you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not entertaining the light, but we catch you guys next Thursday.
Bro, you're a damn fool, bro.
Motherfucker went Trump on us.
Listen, this is I can't stand no more. I'm sick of it. And last week, y'all jumping with that Bible talk shit. I'm getting the hell up out of here. Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night. We'll catch you guys next Thursday. And the Patreon supporters, we're shooting the Broadband Bully podcast tomorrow, so look out for that. We got a bunch of new talent. Actually, we got a new guy. I got a new favorite white one. My man here, his name was Jesse too. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel. Makes cool content, funny as hell too. Check him out. But we're gonna catch you guys again, like I said, next week. With everything that we do. Yeah, anybody else say we go? We good? We good?
That X coming.
Yeah, X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, it is.
I ain't going that far with it, but I'm excited about the X.
You excited about the X? Did you pre-order this shit already, K-Maker? Or are you gonna do
it? Yeah, I already got a pre-order. Yeah. You
got the Scorpio edition?
Yep.
And nigga said 500 was nothing.
545.
Woo, talk that shit, nigga.
Tax, baby. Tax.
Talk that shit, nigga.
They got tax.
I'm crying here in Canada. It's 6. It's gonna come up. I already ordered it. Obviously, it's 6. I think it's like $650 with taxes. Damn.
Bro, what y'all money ain't worth
Canada, bro. Canada got that. Canada got that money, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Also, too, like I said before, I close. I got about another month, but I'm gonna be done. If any guys or any new YouTubers that want to get out and join the shows and the podcast and either like the Broadband Bully live streams and exclusive podcasts, there's the link. Get behind support. I need about 3 more people. If you're interested there's a link. We'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for rocking out with the show. Appreciate it.
Kuda.